Hi there, Aquarius. Welcome to your reading. This is Yetta Pearl, and this is your general angel reading for the week of November 29th through December 5th of 2021. Isn't that shocking that we have gotten to this point in the year already? And so, so they're saying it again. The angels want you to start doing your year review. And so what that means is have a look back through the year and see what parts were the good parts. So, we spend the year as things happen, we spend the time thinking about how awful they are, right? It's time to be reminded of how awesome things are and were, right? So they're just trying to remind you that no matter what good things you acknowledge and you look at, you are not being disloyal to the year, or to anybody else by saying something was good, right? So focus on those things that you did enjoy, that did well for you, that were your thing, in spite of the worldwide year that we had, right? Okay, focus on the good stuff. All right, so here we have your Aquarius reading for this week. So let's see what they want to tell you here. All right, so come out of the closet. What is it that you really feel, that you really think? There's something you've been hiding even from yourself in terms of what you believe, what you want to see, stuff like that. Who you are, right? It feels like this is a surprise to you. It feels like you're like, no, I've never been like that. I've always been like that, the other way. No, you're actually not. You've been like that. You thought you were like that to conform. But this is a non-conformist thing that you're learning about yourself, and it's surprising you. Embrace it, is what they're saying. Yeah, you're surprised by that, but, give yourself a bit of time. Get used to it. Sink into the idea. See how it fits, Wiggle yourself around to see if this size of opening truly fits you. You'll be finding that it does. And you will suddenly understand other people better. It's like they were saying, this has been a conformist perspective that you've had up until now. And it's not that you're going rebel or anything like that. Don't be ridiculous. But there's things that you suddenly are going, that is not what I always thought it was. That's different from what I always thought. And so now I'm beginning to understand other people who have always said it's not like that. Or, things like that. You're gaining a new perspective. And you need to acknowledge that, not necessarily out loud, but to yourself, for sure. And if the opportunity comes up, or if the conversation happens or whatever with somebody, you can say, I was really surprised recently to learn da-da-da-da-da, or to realize something was different than what I'd always thought. Nobody thinks less of you for that, right? There's consistency, yes, but there's also learning as you go. That's what this is. Okay, all right. It doesn't have to be dramatic. It doesn't have to be a big whoa thing. It just has to be a quiet acknowledgement that, either I changed or that thing changed, or, whatever my perspective, my point of view, something changed about that. Okay, I'm good with that. Done. And if somebody else wants to make it a drama thing, then just detach, step back and say, no, it's okay. Relax, right? It doesn't have to be dramatic at all. It doesn't have to be judgmental at all. Mm-mm. What it feels like is kind of the opposite of judgment. It's new acceptance and new understanding, where before you might have held judgment. That's what that feels like. Yeah. And it's a quiet, almost a stepping away, stepping on, stepping forward, going, I'm not quite sure what it is, but it's movement on your part is what it is. Okay. All right. Now is also the time to listen. So this is twofold. This is to your divine guidance team, your guardian angels and the archangels and everybody else, the creator, Every time you pray or you ask for help, listen for the answer. Use your hearing senses, inner and outer. And that way it can come to you and you can receive it. This is also people around you. Somebody's trying to tell you something very important, and so far the conditions haven't been right for them to be able to actually say it. But the less judgment you have, the more acceptance you have, the more they feel comfortable to actually speak. They've been wanting to and trying to for a long time, but they feel like it would fall on deaf ears with you. And so the more you demonstrate that you are able to listen, the safer people will feel with you. Yes. And I think most of us want people to feel safe with us. And so so to encourage that, to really cultivate that is an important thing. Yeah. Feels like you used to know how to do that. But somewhere along the way, it's just one of these cycle things, right? It's in fact, it was given to me several years ago that many of us, we think something about a subject, whatever, and then for a little while, maybe we'll really think this extreme thing about it, and gradually it kind of comes down, and then suddenly we kind of swing to the opposite extreme, like maybe we used to be really accepting of everybody and everything, and everybody could do anything they wanted, but we had no boundaries. And so then, kind of slowly, suddenly, then we go this way, and all of a sudden, now we've got all these boundaries, and everything everybody says is wrong, and how dare they say that to me, and da-da-da-da-da. Well, now we're continuing the movement, and eventually we're going to get to this beautiful, balanced spot where our pendulum is just where it should be. And it feels good. It is accepting, but it acknowledges our own personal boundaries at the same time. Feels like you're coming down from this, and you're gradually getting towards this spot here. And so good for you. It's all development and it's all growth, and it's very important. I mean, you're making so much progress. It's awesome. Okay, and so, and you have all kinds of ideas. Some of you are actively fertile and are having babies, expanding your family, or maybe it's not you, maybe it's somebody within your family who's having babies. But either way, expanding your world is getting bigger, and this is also ideas, creativity, things you're making, that you're developing, that you're growing, that you're building, that you're, things like that. Excuse me. And so this fertility is a real joyous feeling. It's like the opposite of being stuck, right? It feels like you were feeling stuck for a while, and now you're getting ideas, and you're getting flow, and you're breaking out a little bit. And so it feels really good to have this fertility, this expansion. Yes, okay, that's awesome. That's really awesome. No matter what happens, you have the courage to deal with it, to handle it. You have everything it takes. Talking with people, communication, exploring different ideas, making changes in your life. It feels like in the past, yes, you've made big changes and you've done stuff and you've stepped out, but it feels like that was a long time ago. It feels like since then you've shrunk into yourself. You haven't had to step out in a big way in a long time. And now there's something that's really encouraging you to do that. And it feels to you like, oh my gosh, like, do I have the courage to do that kind of stuff still? Well, yes, absolutely, you do. And you have the support of all your angel team and lots and lots of people. You know, you have everything it takes to break free, to do this all new, to act on these new ideas. You have everything. You have all the resources and the support. You have everything you need. Okay. All right. And so, okay. All these things that we're talking about are happening. Like, it is a flow. It's a cycle. It's very much like a relax and let the current take you, in a way. Like you're definitely doing a lot of the learning, and you're going along with it in the way that suits you, right? With your boundaries in place. Yes. And you're learning to listen to the people around you and to your angel team. You're doing all that stuff. But don't try and force anything. It's like if you push against it, it creates more resistance. If you're really working hard to make something happen, it creates resistance. The more you can relax about it and say, oh yeah, that's what I want. Look at how awesome that is. And just relax now. Trust that that's on its way to you. Then things can get to you, you know? And so that's you kind of, it says here retreat. It doesn't really feel like retreat to me. It feels like relaxation. It feels like, just being good with it, just knowing, okay, I'm feeling fine. The world as I know it is beautiful, and it's mine, and everything I want is there. There is nothing I can't do, nothing I can't have. That's what that feels like. Okay, so the more you can be in that relaxed state, the better it is for you and your world. Okay, so we have our last little bit of wisdom here from your guardian angels, and they want you to play. Yeah, just have fun, you know, with or without kids, doesn't matter. Your inner child is there. Just relax and let life be a little more lighthearted. Let, go to the playground and swing on the swings. Just enjoy it. No thoughts, no nothing, no judgment while you're doing that. Just go to the swings and play and enjoy yourself. That's an awesome message. Okay, Aquarius, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. And I want you to know that I love you. And I will see you next week.